I'm Phan. I'm the Senior Assistant of Co-Curricular Affairs of SMK Convent Butterworth. Now the school building sits on a 1 acre piece of land, which is relatively small. So we have around 670 students, 63 teachers, and we have around 9 working staff, plus hardworking contract workers with us, 6 of them. Yeah. Zero waste is nothing new actually. Alright, we have been involved in recycling for some years. In 2016, I took it up again, and because I see the need at that point in time that we really need to reduce waste in school. When all these were going on and all, we did have a launch of this urban garden theme in school and helped by CAP. So in 2017, alright, we sort of let the students know that we need to reduce waste and whatnot. But it didn't really help in a sense, you know, they're still throwing rubbish like nobody's business. But when in 2018, we started off with no dustbin in the classroom. No dustbin meaning to teach the students to realize that every single thing can be recycled. We place this recycling box in the classroom, replacing the dustbin. They know that we are aware and we are still monitoring. That is very important. Waste going into the landfills, we had to let them know that plastic is also another issue. So we had this problem with our canteen operator initially when we started, asking them to reduce the use of plastics. So it was not easy, alright, because they already bought the bulk, you know, to prepare, to put food and all. So as soon as we finish this stock, we will stop. Thankfully, towards the end of 2019, alright, and in 2020, they have stopped almost, I should say 95%. They are using paper bags instead, and we are going back to using plates, you know, for our cakes, small pieces of things that, like those days, alright, we don't have plastics to use. They'll use papers and whatnot. But now, we are going back to using plates, alright, and paper bags. That's all. Oh yes, we stopped in the middle of 2018. Students were not happy, even the teachers for that matter, alright? They were not happy at all. You know, how are we going to drink, you know, without the straw? Because they're so used to it. I say, do you have straws at home? No, right? So why should you be given straws in school? Initially, when we started, alright, it was a bit difficult, but after a while, it takes about a month for them to get used to it. Like we always say, 21 days to make it a habit. So we were all without straws after that. You know, when we ask them, you know, when we go to classes and all, we say, how many of you actually do recycling, you know? Quite a number raise their hands. Then after seeing the initiatives they have done in school, they go back, they actually separate their trash, you know, segregate their garbage. And I told them, you can always bring to school and send for recycling here. You know, it's churning money for the school. And whatever money comes in from recycling, it goes back to the school. So this environment here, we need to upkeep. So we need money. So that is one way. So quite a number of them actually, they bring their recyclables from home and then just throw into our recycling site there. We have one small urban garden which we started in 2016, and in that urban garden, with the help from CAP, alright, we started planting herbs, alright, introducing to students and teachers, you know, all kinds of herbs, what they can use for some medicinal values and all. Then we slowly move on to planting vegetables. We started with simple vegetables that we do not need to manage a lot. So we have one small plot of land, and then we have this Nature Lovers Club. So we make the club to have their activities centered around planting, so that students are also exposed at the same time, you know, to all kinds of planting. So in this school, we actually practice reduce, reuse, recycle. Alright, these are 3 of our main practices. And nowadays, we do a lot of repairs as well. All right, so if you notice around our school, we have a lot of this hanging garden. So we have this green wall. So we get students from each class to manage one green wall for their own class. So they have duty roster, to water the plants themselves and all, to check, to weed and whatsoever. So it's quite, should I say, successful in the sense that you can see our whole row, the school wall. We have plants on the wall. But of course, we help them in telling them that we reuse all these bottles, plastic bottles, as pots. Okay, that will save a lot of cost. This is what we mean by reusing. Not going into recycling first, but reuse first, and the last resort is always recycling. First thing, we had our assembly. We used to have our assembly in the hall. 21 fans will be switched on, all right, for every half an hour, every morning without fail. And every Monday, it will be around more than half an hour. So then we started this initiative in 2019. So we shift our assembly into the field. All right. Of course, again, students are not happy because it's always very in the comfort. You get to sit down in the hall, and when you're in the field, you have to stand up. So all these changes, no one is happy, of course. All right. But after a while, they start to get used to it. So we have to explain to them why, then they can understand. Another initiative is because we have the hall, girls being girls, when we have our PJ, the fans are switched on. So now we disallow that totally. So we have this program we call what? Sweat fast. So without the fans on, when you do exercise, that's the whole idea, you perspire very fast. So they know that, oh, that's another benefit. So we are able to, sort of save electricity on that as well. We do not allow classes to switch on 4 fans in the morning. We only allow them to switch on 2 fans. So every class will have 4 fans. So we allow them to switch on only 2 fans in the morning, all right? And they only allow to switch on 4 fans after 9. So that part, we also saved a lot. So we have to do a lot of monitoring. So it's like morning walk for our administrators. Then we go around to check. Every morning without fail, the first few months when we started off. Then we say that it cannot be like monitoring every morning. Then we came up with another idea. So we elected 2 class electricians to take care of this program. So they are the ones who are supposed to make sure the fans are not switched on before 9, and after that 4 fans after 9. Another initiative is Earth Hour. Alright, every month, once on a Friday. So we switch off everything in the school for 2 hours. So teachers are asked to please go home, rest. Don't stay in the school. But some of them do have work. So what they do is they come out to the hall or to the open space where they have light, and then they will continue with their work. They see the benefits of it, then okay, same thing. So in the staff room, it's the same thing. If the students have to do it, the staff room, we have to do it as well. We are the role model. So the air conditioners in the staff room, also same thing. You're not supposed to switch on the air conditioners until it is 9 o'clock in the morning. And we have to make sure that it's switched off until 5 o'clock in the evening, because our school is a double session school. Our first program to expose students to the public is, actually I should thank CAP for this opportunity, to bring our students from school to go out to the public to share what they've been doing in school. So the first program that we did in public was the making our own shopping bags out of old t-shirts. All right, CAP came and taught my students how to make the t-shirts, and over a period of a few weeks, we produced 160 bags to be distributed at the marketplace, all right, to public. So we distributed all 116. We even demonstrated how to make these bags from these old t-shirts, so that at least these aunties or uncles who come to the market, they know that without a plastic bag, they can make old t-shirt bags to bring to the market. That's the first initiative that we had. Then we had 2019, again with CAP, you know, then PIBG as well. No, we brought in the PTA, Parents Teacher Association. We told them we want to give these students, you know, that kind of experience, you know, the whole school having to go out and clean up a beach, you know, to make students aware the importance of cleaning up beach, you know, to marine life and all. So PTA was really very supportive, and through PTA they also managed to get sponsors, you know, for our food, our drinks, and even volunteers from all the various NGOs, you know, that came and joined us on that particular day, on a Saturday, to clean up the beach. Of course, it was a fun and tiring day, I should say, but I think relatively it was a very big success. That's why in 2020, we also wanted to organize another one. But on that particular Saturday, it was when the CMCO started, or not CMCO, it's MCO that started in Malaysia. So we had to sort of, shelve the program, you know, even though we have already prepared everything. And this time round, in 2020, it was together with the City Council as well, and the CAB and all. Actually, it's because of this competition organized by City Council, all right, for schools. They call the Green Schools Award. That is the one which really motivated us, you know, to join and then improve each year, because we realized that we get returns, we get incentives. I mean, we are so happy about it. Just like this year, for instance, we were like going all out, you know, to get champion, because last year we were first runner-up. And with the first runner-up, we even get free solar panels, which is again saving money for us. You know, free solar panels and also installation, all right? So we are actually very happy about it. So with that, when we started in 2016, first entered the competition, we were not really knowing what we were doing. Like I said, we were making baby steps, I should say. So when we get exposed to other schools, what they were doing, you know, we get more ideas, and then we started looking for ideas, what we can do in such a small school. Because our school, as you notice, that we don't have a large area for planting. So our focus is always on urban farming. That is the main idea here. And at the same time, we are also trying to produce a conducive environment for our students. When they come to school, they feel so nice about it, you know. They walk in, they can see the green wall. You know, even along the walkway, we have plants, you know, showing them reusing all these plastic bottles, you know, which they can actually do it at home as well.